New from Vinegar Syndrome on 4K no less. Like 4K, Mother's Day from 1980. Troma movie that was kind of jumping on to exploit the exploitation films of I Spit in Your Grave and Last House on the Left. It's a kind of rape revenge movie of sorts. We have three women who stumble across a mother and her two sons who are psychopaths, complete sociopathic maniacs who are going to use these girls as their playthings. Now, I don't generally love these kind of movies. Sometimes you can find something interesting in them, but it's not my go-to for a good fun evening. But I find Mother's Day skirts the kind of serious nature of these films by being over the top, by being kind of silly and almost pantomimey in the way it gets across its proceedings.
Thank you for sharing with me. I love you.
The sets are kind of funky. The main antagonists are goofy. One's got like blacked out teeth. The mother is over the top and ridiculous, and it creates an air of kind of silliness and fun, and doesn't have that air of reality that some of these other ones have, where you genuinely feel as if things are just there to really damage you. This one feels very playful in the way it goes about it, and I kind of appreciate that.
All right, Ike and Adley. Now let's see what you brought Mother. Well, let's see her.
I think Beatrice Pons is terrific as Mother. She is one who wants to see her boys happy, wants to see her boys succeed. It's just that their chosen field is rape and murder, and she wants them to be the best at what they do, and she's going to teach them the ways before she shifts herself off this mortal coil. And it just kind of leads to a lot of fun sequences. There are some moments of tension, there are some moments of gore and blood, there are moments of hilarity throughout this one.
I thought I told you to stay in the car.
Jackie!
Mother's Day is an entertaining trauma movie, one that doesn't take itself seriously, one that has pretty much just one set. It's in the woods, has a limited amount of actors, it's low budget, and yet surprisingly on the 4K it looks pretty terrific. And even though you only have these 6 or 7 actors for the majority of the film, they all do some really kind of fun stuff. You get an idea of the girls, you get drawn into their plight. You're kind of hoping they escape because they're not the usual damsels in distress. They feel capable to an extent, and kind of use their smarts to get out of situations, to outwit the couple of thugs that are after them. The mother is the kind of driving force when it comes to thinking for the boys. She needs them to do some of the more brutal aspects, but she's definitely the brains behind it. So you have this idea that women are the driving force of this film. They are the kind of smarter of the sexes. They are the ones that are more capable, and the men are just kind of blunt force Neanderthals who are just thinking about sex and pleasure all the time. It's an interesting idea behind it, considering it came out in 1980, and it's just a hell of a lot of silliness, jumping on tropes of these kind of movies, but doing their own kind of thing with it, and I think it works incredibly well.
You backwards, perverted piece of shit.
Mother's Day holds up remarkably well, and given the choice between watching like I Spit in Your Grave or the Last House on the Left or something like Mother's Day, it's always going to be this one, because it doesn't have that grimy feel about it. It just feels like an entertaining popcorn film. Nothing really bad's happening. It has that unreality about it, which I kind of appreciate. The performance nature of this one, and it's just a hell of a lot of fun. So Mother's Day, it's been a while since I saw it, and I was so happy to see it in this 4K edition, and that it held up to what I remember it to be. Hell of a lot of fun. So I'd love to know your thoughts on Mother's Day. If you've seen it, let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Did it need a 4K? I don't know. it looks pretty good anyway. That's what I would say. As always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.